For me, I like the mockumentary. It was kind of like The Office meets Tommy Boy, just in the way like he has to take over his father's company and the decision for that. But it's deep. It's deeper than Tommy Boy. I also don't think he gets the company. That's not the point. This was a really interesting story. I think the acting was really good. I think it was super smooth. I think a lot of the editing and transitions for a mockumentary can be a little choppy, and I think you did this in a way that made a lot of sense. It was really linear. It flowed really well, and it just added to the story and made it really fun to watch.
All the actors have very great chemistry. That's one thing that really stood out about this immediately. I like the breaking of the fourth wall interviews that they do, like The Office, like kind of like The Office or Modern Family. It's what it reminded me of. It always makes that comedic element all the more funny. I think the cinematography is very well planned out, especially during the sort of round table scenes, because those are always difficult to figure out and to film, but it works very well.
Feel like more and more in society, people are starting to find other avenues, non-traditional lines of work or careers. Um, I feel like more and more people are kind of trying to take this route of what they think they could be good at or what makes them really happy and trying to turn that into a career instead of taking a kind of more traditional career and trying to find happiness in it. Um, and I took this kind of as like a note to, especially like the parents being so not unsupportive, but so like disbelieving and so straight up unsupportive of him wanting to be a professional poker player and you know all of that kind of stuff. So I took it very much as like kind of a note to parents and to friends to be supportive of non-traditional things, and if he messes up and he has to start over, like that's okay, that's part of life. And as long as he tries his best and admits when things are not going his way, then I think there's no problem in trying this kind of non-traditional career path.
I love the concept of this hype around this gambler, but the twist is that everyone believes he's this big shot gambler, but in reality, he just sucks. I really love that concept, and seeing as this is only the pilot or the first part of it, I'm very curious to see where this goes.
All the actors did a great job. It was interesting to kind of have this office-like documentary, faux documentary format. It's a good story about this guy struggling with whether or not to accept his father's company, and he's getting involved in gambling, and so yeah, a lot of good conflicts built up here. So yeah, the performers all did a nice job.
The pilot of the series is very endearing, especially when you realize why the main character doesn't want to take over the father's company. And the reason is because in the town where he lives, it feels like everyone got everything for free because they got companies or anyway their job because their parents or grandparents created a successful business and they just gave it to them. And he doesn't want to do that. He wants to be good at something and succeed at something without um, help from anybody else.
This is a great start for a pilot episode. It's amusing, especially the cutaways where they talk to the camera. That especially when the guy's in the middle of trying to have sex and she still pulls a cutaway. It made it very different, but different in a good way because it's amusing. Where it's like a freeze frame without freezing, so somebody can talk. This made it quite interesting. It introduces everybody for a pilot episode. You understand the world we're in. It definitely was very interesting, but kind of in a good way.